Songwriting is really a byproduct of just living a life. You know, really, I think instead of trying so hard to write songs, I think if you just make songwriting like part of your lifestyle, it makes it more fun. Like, I'm always in the songwriting mode. It just becomes like a lifestyle thing. And that way songs become a byproduct of just living your life. You know, just living your life and kind of having your antenna up all the time and looking for inspired moments. And that's really, in my mind, 95% of songwriting is you're living your life, you got your antenna up, and it's almost like I picture that on the top of my head and I'm just walking around, living my life, and I've got this antenna up, just picking up conversations, picking up ideas from sermons and things we're going to talk about in a minute. Following up on the idea of having your antenna up, you know, some of the areas that I especially try to tune into are sermons. You know, when I'm sitting there every Sunday morning, and I've got my bulletin there, I usually have my journal with me, and it's just always been a practice of trying to write a song in my head to what the pastor is teaching on. And, you know, if you're a little ADD, for one, it helps you focus a little more, be more concentrated. But as I'm listening to the pastor or the teacher speak, I find myself trying to cue in on any theme, any particular hooks. When I say hooks, like a lyrical hook, maybe there's a phrase, and I'll just write that down. So as we just went through all the examples, you know, they all start with just a seed. They all start with an inspired idea. And I'm going to say it over and over again, that songwriting, to me, 95% of it is capturing that inspired idea. It's almost like you've got your antenna up, and all day long you're just looking for a prayer, a sermon, a conversation, a journal idea, something from the scriptures, and it's just capturing that. But here's the thing that eventually we have to ask ourselves. It's kind of like I look at this song idea and go, what do you want to be, you know? Or another question to ask is, what's the feeling of this idea? What's the feeling of this idea? Like, on Above All, I could have gone, you know, done like a rock and roll thing, you know, above all powers or something. It's just like, does this feel like a ballad? Does it feel like, you know, like a 120 beats per minute rock and roll kind of thing, you know, where you're standing up and you're just going for it? Utilize rhythm, groove, you know, just the feel of a tune, the harmony of the tune, meaning what kind of chords we're going to use. That will affect what kind of feeling we convey. The melody of the song, is it like a melody that goes up, reaches up real high and comes back down and reaches up real high? Or is it just like da 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 da, you know, like, and each one of those things, melody, groove, harmony, style, genre, all that kind of, do they work together? Are they consistent? Are they working together to enhance the feeling of the message that you're trying to get across? What's the feeling of the message?